The kind of change in this kind of collaboration with Teen Empowerment and MOCA and RIT, and I'm sure Teen Empowerment with others, it's not really a hand down. It's this kind of collaborative, organic development.
It's a sort of an incremental cross-fertilization kind of thing that's constantly going on.
And it really has to be where we are with regard to our level of community investment.
Because I've been patiently waiting and waiting and waiting, but the waiting is over. What will you do to make a change?
What interested me in teen empowerment from the very beginning was that it really provided a voice that was missing in this community, a voice of young people that are the object of an awful lot of local policy and decisions.
When these kids actually do get to college, that Sally Mae makes so much off them. They make tens of thousands of dollars off each person. That's over $10 billion over a 10-year period. And you telling me stop the violence?
We were very interested in hearing that voice and trying to encourage that voice in the community as a whole.
The police have with youth, they matter, they're important, and for this city to thrive, we have to do something about it.
The Youth Police Project's been going on for a long period of time, and that was really ahead of the curve if you look at what's going on around the country today.
I've been approached by police while on my way to work or different programs because I fit the description. But I'm tired of fitting the description, and it's frustrating. I still have to have police contact when I'm doing the right thing.
When we first got here, I heard about a youth police community forum dialogue that Teen Empowerment was holding. And I went, not being new to the community and not really knowing too much about it, discovered that it was the culmination of a series of youth police dialogues. Boy, was I blown away.
Teen Empowerment was really at the head of that, and the opportunity to sort of contribute to that whole process through research, both quantitative and qualitative research, was an important value for CPSI.
I was just really interested in teen empowerment because it was a type of organization that I didn't really know even we had in our city. And to be honest, I grew up in Pittsford and I wasn't really exposed to a lot of these issues that were going on in our city.
When I first got here, students told me that they could go through their entire higher education and academic experience without setting foot in the city once.
Well, our professor really pushed us to go out into the community. I know that when I started it, I was super shy, and it was really hard for me to have to go out and talk to strangers and people.
And when I coupled that with some of the information shared by organizations in the community about this notion around brain drain and students graduating and leaving, I realized that there was an opportunity to meaningfully connect our students in ways that they could immerse themselves in the issues and opportunities in the city, roll up their sleeves, get involved, and probably develop a commitment that might develop a burning desire to want to stay.
I just really felt like I had to do something to share their stories with other people. I started photographing him pretty much the day after he got out of the hospital, and I followed him for 2 years. We still remain really close. Just, I don't know, just following the fallout of this kid being shot and seeing how much it affected Kenny, my friend, and his family and the community. Like, I still see it in the newspapers all the time and on the news. It was just really moving to me, and one of the most emotional, it's the most emotional I've been on an assignment. So now I'm a photojournalist with the Democrat and Chronicle, and working with teen empowerment and my professor pushing me to go out in this community just really prepared me for this job.
Even when I was in high school, I was strongly influenced as an artist or as a visual person by what was going on at RIT. Being educated in that university, as well as teaching there for 42 years, you know, I just feel that I'm sort of a byproduct of that community. You know, there's a lot that goes on that invigorates the community, and I think art serves as a bridge.
Our images are all over the walls tonight at this exhibit. Look into our eyes, hear our stories, and listen to our messages. Let this event inspire you to get involved in this struggle to bring hope, peace, and justice to our community.
The testimonies that they had were when they came from one condition and then they rose to another condition, you know. Out of all of the shows that we've ever had here at the Joy Gallery, it reached into all of the different areas of the community and pulled them together. That was very impressive. Whenever you see the youth rising and becoming better, I think it encourages the community.
The sense of brotherhood that MOCA provides.
More or less uplifting and like just bettering you.
It's one thing to grow on your own, but to watch other people grow with you and help you grow at the same time.
And I feel like RIT needs that.
Particularly with the kind of negative narrative that's attached to males of color, to have something so positive and so impactful cross the paths of our institutions and be kind of woven into the fabric.
Teen empowerment and MOCA function in fairly similar ways. Like you function as a group. Like the group does everything. And the group is responsible for getting whatever tasks done. And I see that in both groups. We're not necessarily designating this one person as president and they make all the decisions. Like people step up as need be.
The university is really taking some bold steps and making some bold statements about where it wants to be.
We'll become a leading, if not the leading producer of science, technology, engineering, math students, not just of the general population, but for African American, Latino American, and Native American students and female students as well. And I think that we can't succeed in that very audacious goal unless we make more connections with groups like Teen Empowerment and the students that they are taking under their own care and developing.
Teen Empowerment has played a huge role in getting me to RIT.
I learned about how powerful my voice really is.
I'm shooting straight for the stars in my rocket. On time, on the clock, you gonna stop it. Kryptonite in my pocket for all the cynical Superman surrounding me, clouding me, shrouding me with doubt. They don't know how to be proud of me.
The first day of actual work at Teen Empowerment, somebody commented said that, "Oh, Carvel, you have like a really cool voice," and I never saw that aspect of me.
Cause one day I'm gonna run this town. When I seize the crown, it's gonna please the crowd. I haven't been profound to the ground at least till now, because the school was like a prison, but the beast is out.
Put Teen Empowerment to that, it multiplies the impact of the message exponentially.
Well, RIT actually has more than 150 students from the Rochester City Schools enrolled in our programs.
If it wasn't for the scholarship opportunity, like, school wouldn't be an option for me. And it's opened the doors to so many other opportunities. Not even just my degree, but the people I've met at RIT, the network I've created.
These students who had, many of them, most of them, been through difficult lives, had perhaps some difficult educational experiences.
And we've had several of them emerge as stars in our community, whom we were actually even reluctant to admit because we weren't sure they were going to be successful. So we're learning as many lessons through this program as we've taught these students.
They have the discipline and the drive and the tenacity. Because I'm that kind of person as well. Like, when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be committed like 100%. Like, I'm going to give it my all.
If we don't do a better job of engaging people from the urban centers, particularly underrepresented minorities from the urban centers in higher education, we're not going to be able to meet the economic needs of our country.
Encouraging the youth and offering them an opportunity to do it themselves. We just don't see that. We don't see enough of that.
And our students are really solving and grappling with real-world issues to ultimately be transformative agents in our world today.
It's totally affected my work, how I work now, how I am in relation to my city, what I feel about my city.
If I become really successful, well, I should say when I become really successful, I can bring my knowledge and most importantly my money back into the community by like donating, because there are a lot of people who are in poverty.
It's a tremendously effective and inspiring organization that turns power and authority over to a bunch of really creative youth who are in a good position to address some of the issues that really plague us.